Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. Today is Matters Monday because art matters. So we will be coloring a page in Neil Gaiman's Art Matters because your imagination can change the world. These illustrations are done by Chris Riddell, and Chris Riddell did the book that I colored 100 Days of Hugs in last year. So this year we've been working through Art Matters. So how is everybody on this Monday of Mondays? 10 months, Crashes, my goodness. Hello, Celine. Hello, Calamity. Hello, Crashes. Hello, Emmy. Hello, Dawn. How are you feeling today? Hope your headache has subsided from last time. Hello, Diane. Hello, Emmy. If I didn't say hello already. Hello, Davissa. Hello, Marilyn. Hello, 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 everyone. I hope you are all having a wonderful day. Hello, Nightbot. He's quite active today. So we will color in the Art Matters, and then we will color in the Mythical Lands Christmas, Book 3. I hope you all enjoyed having Karen with us on Saturday. I know I did. And I must apologize to anybody that I may have missed any comments on Saturday. It's hard to keep up to chat and talk to the guest and everything else at the same time. So I apologize if I missed anybody's comments. So the page that we are going to be coloring today is this one here. And this page says, "True madness takes or leaves us in the woods. Halfway through all our lives, my skin will be my face now." Not quite sure what that means, but that's what it says. So we will be coloring his face. He's got leaves and everything throughout his beard and his hair. And he's gotten quite straggly. Scraggly, I guess is the word. Scraggly. So I'm going to color his face in darker browns this time. So we're going to start off with 198. He does look scary. He looks like he's been having a rough time of it. The dead eyes are a little bit unsettling. He does have a big nose. And you're right, he does need pupils. And you guys can't even see that color. There's color there, I promise. Here, let's see if I can fix that. Every once in a while it just decides, well, I'm just going to do my own thing. Let's turn down the brightness. There we go. That's better. That's better. I turned on the living room and dining room lights, so the lights in the house are a little bit brighter than the camera decided to like. All right, I think that's all that of the skin that's showing. And that was our light color. Now we're going to start adding some dirt because he's got a dirty face. And I'm using the Obos colored pencils. This is a 200 pencil set, and it is an oil-based pencil. And it is the same pencil that I was using when Karen was here. So I'm doing the shadowy, darker areas with number 16. Mr. Choo Choo says hello. It's such a loud train sometimes. Sometimes I don't even hear it, and then sometimes it's just really loud. All right. Okay, and then we're going to come up through here as well. And then I think I want a darker brown as well. Maybe a green brown. That'll work good. Yeah, for some reason he decided that he was really going to say hello today. Yeah, yeah, I think that's what it's supposed to be, is that he's turning into Green Man. He's turning into a tree. Big old tree man. Yep, yep, he has the woods happening there, that's for sure. All right. Just going back and forth, filling in his skin tone here. Okay, so there's his skin. Now we're going to do his eyebrows. And we're going to start off with this one, and then we're going to work some greens into it. I need a little bit of this as well. So in all of the other pages, he has been a redhead, but he's going to start transforming more into a tree. So we're going to start adding more of the browns, but I'm still going to add a little bit of orange in there as well. Hello, Jen. I hope you are doing well. You got everything all taken care of and are all snuggled into bed ready to go CPCPs. Because I will bore you to sleep. No problem. All right, now we're going to start introducing some of the greens. And I'm using number 192, which is a dark green. So is everybody ready for Christmas? That's what I was going to ask you guys about because I hadn't, well, I thought about it, but I hadn't, I've been so busy that I haven't had time to plan it. Um, with the holiday season upon us, normally I do a big holiday party type stream. Um, do you guys mind if we do that for New Year's this year instead of Christmas? That will give me a little bit better time to plan because my brain has just been saying nope. Ah, I'm not ready either. I am not even close to ready, so you are not the only one. Okay. That gives me a little bit more planning time. I know I usually have it all planned out, and this year my brain has just not been working right, so I haven't planned anything right. So I'm going in with a bit of a darker brown. This is number 120. Yeah, just adding a bit of orange in there for his hair, just so he has little remnants of his former self showing up. Hello, Yana. Oh no. Now, on Wednesday, I have an eye doctor's appointment in the morning. And then in the afternoon, we have a baking stream. So I won't be coloring on Wednesday, but I will be doing some baking. So if you're looking forward to that, I hope to see you on Wednesday. We'll be making Nanaimo bars. I've been baking all day, so I made the mistake of sitting down and eating dinner and almost fell asleep on the couch. Almost missed my own stream. Yes, boycott adulting. Unfortunately, we all have to do it at some point now. It's one of those things about growing up, I guess. Adding a little bit more of that green. Yeah, no, I didn't want to do that. But I've been on my feet for most of the day, and I sat down and my body went, ooh, this is comfy. I've been up and around baking all day, so I was able to get the whipped shortbread done and lemon squares done and another batch of chocolate walnut wafer dough done. Yeah, that was pretty much it. I sat down and ate dinner and was trying to watch a little bit of TV and relax a little bit. And next thing you know, it was 6 o'clock and I'm sleeping. It's like, okay, I gotta wake up. All right, now we're gonna go in with a lighter green. Yeah, it's like, oopsie. I was on Jen's sleepy time. It turned into a pumpkin and went poof. But I woke up in time, so I woke up before the stream, so I'm good. However, I did miss Tanya's stream because I was making dinner and dozing off on the couch. Thought I would eat dinner and watch Tanya's stream, and I dozed off. All right. Now we're going to add a little bit more of the browns. This is coming off the tree. And I want this one here. Let's do the tree part here so we know where we are on what areas. He has incredibly well trimmed nails for somebody that's been out in the woods. He must be a nail biter. There, that's better. Gives me a better idea of what I'm putting where. There's a lot of shadowing in here. I don't think that's all hair, but there's a lot of shadow there, so do a little bit of it in brown. Dark greens. Good night, Dawn. Sleep well. Sorry if I'm not talking. I'm just making sure that I am coloring the right things, the right colors, you know? When they're all squiggles and not well defined, kind of have to use your imagination of what you want it to look like. And my imagination ain't working today. I need a little more definition today, I think. I made a cup of coffee. I should actually just... I think after we're done with the green man here, we may need to take a second and have a sip of coffee and let our brains catch up to us. I know I need mine too. Yes, thinking is overrated. Just going to put in an undercoat of this light brown, and then we'll add our beard colors into it. And hair colors. Alright. And I want to put a little bit of that in here. And then go in with our light green. That's the great thing about this kind of art. It's no matter which way you color it, it's never wrong. Well, no matter which way you color any art, it's never wrong. But you can't really say, okay, this is a leaf, or this is skin, or this is hair. You can say, this is what I want it to be. Alright, now we're going to go in with some orange. Because before all this happened, he was a redhead. So we're going to put in a little bit of that orange hair there. Alright, and then we're going to go in with our dark brown. Like so. Now we need our skin tone. And again, we're doing his skin quite a dark peach pink brown tone. And then we're going to add dirt because he's been out there a while. And even though he's bathing in the streams and the brooks and whatever, it doesn't look like he's doing a very good job on the bathing part. So I'm coming in with the darker brown. This is number 16. And we're going to do the outline of his fingers and the shadows and dirt areas. And we're going to take this lighter brown here and we're going to do his fingernails. And this one here. And then we're going to do that pinky brown again. Like so. And then we're going to add some greens. In there. Like that. And then for his eyes, we're going to take number 100. And then we're going to take number 79. Hey there, Pamela. Welcome, welcome. I'm just going to do the shadowy area. And then we're going to take number 62. And then we're going to take the black. And then we're going to take our white gel pen. I'm going to scratch that off because it was a little bit more than I wanted. And there we have our mountain man. Again, it says true madness takes or leaves us in the wood. Halfway through our lives, my skin will be my face now. I'll switch you over to the main camera so you can see how it looks without being, the wrong colors. Because my camera's being a doofy again. So there we have it. There is our wild man gone very wild. And of course, next week we will be moving on. I think we have 3 more of this chapter. And then we will be on to the next chapter. And of course, the next chapter may end up being in the new year. So we are halfway through the book. And I really do want to finish it. So it may be something that we continue into the new year as well. So again, that's Art Matters by Neil Gaiman. Of course, illustrated by Chris Riddell. This book was gifted to me by our wonderful Ashley Colors, and I was challenged to color it, and I will gladly accept that challenge. This is not a coloring book, this is a reading book. So of course the paper in here is not the best for coloring on. So if you do decide to do the color along for this book, or decide to color this book as well, just remember that the paper is very thin. All right, so now we're going to switch on over to the Karen Myers page. I'm going to move these pencils aside because we are still going to need them. And now, if you remember, while we were talking to Karen, I started on the fireplace. I did finish up the brickwork because that's where I started. So I'm going to work into the fire areas here, and then we'll work into the wood and into the fireplace base there. You're welcome. He was looking a little creepy. I was going to just give him glowy yellow eyes, but I figured I wouldn't creep you all out. All right, but before I get started, I'm going to take a quick sit back and relax break and have a sip of coffee. Oh my goodness. All right, good enough. Okay, so what are we going to do first? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to base this with a yellow. And this is number 4. And I'm just going to do a very light basing on it. Right over the whole thing. Now there's several different ways that you can do fire. You can start at the bottom, work your way up, adding color on top of color, or you can base it like I'm doing now, or you can start wherever you want to start and just work your way into the centers of the flames. There is no right or wrong way. Any which way you choose to do it is up to you. Now, the majority of this yellow is going to become covered up, but we need to start off with the yellow. All right, now I need this one, I think. Where's my chart? I need a red orange, so I need number 150. There it is. Didn't slurp. Shush. Alright, so I'm going to start with 150, and we're going to start in the back side of the flames first. And then I'm also going to add number 6, which is a brighter orange tone, right over that 150. Oh, I'm going to switch you over to the close-up camera. They are the Obos 200 pencils, also known as the Fouilly. And I'm extending it with that yellow, with that orange, up towards the tip of the yellow. I also need this one. There it is. They're oil. They are an oil-based pencil. It's the same pencils I was using on Saturday. Adding a bit of black here. And then blending it out with the red orange. I'm going to do the same thing down here. And then we're going to do our angry little face here with the red orange. And a little bit of the black. And then the orange. Now I'm not worried about how choppy it's starting to look because we will be adding a yellow to that as well. We'll be re-adding the yellow to brighten it up. And we're going to come down here onto the base of the flame here, coming off the wood. Now the heart of the flame is usually the brightest, so that's where we'll be adding more of that yellow-orange colors. This back flame is going to be a little bit darker. Then we're going to add the black. We're going to go over it again with the red. Thank you, Yana. And then we're going in with the orange. Oh dear. My husband is talking to his friends on Discord, and I just heard him making, yeah, Three Stooges noises. Not quite sure what they're talking about. So again, I'm just doing this flame behind here. I'm not doing any of the front flames yet. Doing a area of number 150, adding the black. Now I am using a Prismacolor black because it is a very, very dark black. And I want that black color to show through. And then we're going to go over that again with the red orange. blending that black in. Because if you look at a flame, there's different layers to it. There's a black layer, there's orange layers, there's red layers, there's blue layers. There's all different layers of color in a flame. The black is usually where the flame is turning, and it gives it dimension, it gives it depth. And then we're going to go back over this with the yellow. You're welcome. Okay, I'm just going to feather that out a little bit more. Don't want that hard line there. All right. We're almost done with this back layer here. Now I'm going to take a deep red, and I'm going to do the little flame spirit's eyes in that deep red, like so. Just to make her stand out a little more. Okay, so now we have a new layer of flame here. So we're going to start with our orange and yellow, or orange and red again, because you can't see the heart of this flame because it's all behind all these other layers of flames. So that's why we're not starting with the really bright layers like we will in this one. So again, we're coming through with our red. And I'm using a red orange. It's a deep orange, almost red. And then we come through with our orange. And come through with the black here. And again with the red. And then the orange. And then yellow. Like that. And then again on this other side, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to start with our red orange. Coming up into our flame. I'm going to go down into the shadow area here where it's twisting and add some black. Then we're going to blend that with the red. Add some orange. And then our yellow. Like so. Just going to blend that a little bit. So now, as you can see, I've got two different layers of the fire. So I've got this fire and this fire. This fire is the back, the furthest away. So as we move closer and closer into where the center of our flames are, where you can see the center of our flames, that's when it's going to start getting brighter. I do too. I think they're funny. It's the Christmas spirits. So I'm just going to go around the little flame face there and get those Christmas spirits in there. Love it. Then we're going to start down at the bottom. Hello, Jamie. Then we're going to add some black. Now, for anybody that wants to see a true master of doing colored pencil flames, Monya Gates has a fantastic video on how to do flames with Prismacolors, and it's just phenomenal. It just blows your mind. It makes me look like a child. But I absolutely adore Monya's work, so. And she is so good. Another one of those artists that just make me go, what? And I do learn quite a bit from them. It was her video that taught me to put black in. I haven't gotten brave enough to put all the other colors that she puts in, but it is a great flame tutorial. Awesome flame tutorial. And I think you can get to her YouTube channel by hitting !Monya YouTube, or it might be MG YouTube or MGYT. I'm not quite sure. And then we're going to go back in with the yellow. And I'm using the yellow to blend all those colors together. All right, so our next level will be this little one back here. We're going to add the orange. And then the black. And then again over top of the black with the red. Thank you, Jamie. Just adding a little bit more orange here. And then the yellow. Hello, Alex. Good to see you. Now for this area down here, we're going to work the same way towards the back. However, the center of the flame sometimes has a lot of whites in it, so we'll be adding a little bit of white into there as well. Hello, Catherine. So let's start with our friendly little face here. Going through with the red and just mapping out where we want that flame to build to. Giving a bit of a swooping motion into those larger areas there. And then we'll use our black. A little bit less this time. Because this one here we want brighter. So we're just going to put a bit of the black there on that part. And we're going to darken that up around the black. Like so. And then we'll put in the orange. And then we're going to add the yellow. And we're almost all done with the fire part. Well, most of it anyway. Just going to soften this up so it blends well. Don't want a hard line there. Same with here, I don't want that hard line there. So we're just going to blend it out a little. Blending that all together. Alright, now for this last bit of flame, we're just going to take a bit of the red, very, very little of it in the back here. And then a little bit of the orange. Well, a little bit more of the orange. And then the yellow. And then we're going to take our white Prisma. We're going to add some white to that, and then we're going to add the yellow. A little tiny bit of the black, and a little bit more of the red. And some yellow. And there we have our fire. Alright, now we're going to take our red. We're going to take all of our fire colors and we're going to put them into the logs. Alright, so we're going to start with our black. And then our red. And some orange. And some yellow. Put a little bit of red in center area here, as if it is on fire. And some black. And I need a bit of gray for soot. And a touch of brown. I want this brown, I think. Yay, Jamie! Taking a break from the trees and the gnomes and or the trees and the snow and all that fun wintry stuff. Oh, I'm sorry that you're sick, Alex. Feel better soon. Those darn kids making Alex sick. Was it the one that came to school with a really high fever? Did he give you the C word? That's good. I'm glad you're feeling better today. Now what I'm doing with the red and the orange and the yellow is putting in little bits of flame light. Oh, that's good. I'm glad it's not the C word. So when you burn a log, of course, it's going to be black in some areas with some gray because it's on fire and it's burning. But there's also going to be areas that are on fire. So you've got some red in there and some orange. And some yellow. And then our brown. A little more black up here. Oh, I'm sorry. Notice that you weren't here, but I didn't know it was because you were sick. You lost your black Prisma. Oh dear. It's one of the few Prismas that I do use. I use the black and the white quite a bit. But I use them with other colors so that the wax bloom doesn't get too prominent. Now we're going to put in some black for the rings. Yes, it is a job hazard. Still sucks though. And they should really pay you good for that job hazard. You should be able to sue the parents of the ones that sent their child to school sick. Wouldn't that be funny? Yeah, you send your child to school sick and it gets one of our teachers sick, then we get to sue you. Well, that's good. I'm glad you were able to go to the coast. I hope it didn't hinder it too much. Alright, then we're going to put in a little bit more soot, a little bit more burn area, char area. Oh my goodness. Oh, were they able to operate that room without 3 of you? That's rough. Well, if you weren't feeling well, it probably wasn't the best trip. Nothing worse than going on a trip and feeling yucky. Really puts a damper on it. Just putting in some charred areas. Yeah, no, parents should not be sending their children to school sick. It's definitely something that it's not good for the kid, and it's not good for the teachers, it's not good for the other kids, you know. If your child is ill, keep them home. Oh, goodness. Yeah, no. I'm surprised you have any strength at all, my dear. Yeah, I guess I was just always one of those courteous parents that kept their children home when they were sick. Um, yeah, if my kids were sick, they stayed home. However, if they were faking sick, they did not. My youngest got very good at faking sick. Aw. Well, if you need to be in bed, darling, be in bed. I don't want you to be worse. All right, so this bottom log I'm doing a lot of fire on, a lot of glow area. Because the embers have all dropped down onto it and have lit it up. Put in a bit of char. Like so. Yeah, no. It's just not fair to the teachers, really. It's not fair to the kid because they feel yucky and don't want to be there. But however, I must say the school does force your hand um, with threats of truancy and whatnot. Suspension due to missing too many sick days and but when they're young like that, they don't have that issue. In high school, they have that issue more. Add some more yellow here. And there we have it. So there is our fire and the fire logs. Does it look like a real fire? Well, as real as paper and pencil can be. Yeah, absolutely, Alex. Now we're going to do the fire grate and then we're going to do the floor. So the fire grate, we need the gray and the black and the white. Thank you. Alright, so I'm going to switch it back over to the close-up. So we're going to do this area here. So we're going to start with the black. And the gray. And then we're going to put some white. Well, that's not going to work, so we're going to do the white first. And then the gray. And then the black. And then we're going to take a little bit of that yellow. And we're going to go down the edge here. And then we're going to blend that in with the gray. Like so. Touch up a few areas here. All right. Now the front areas. Good night, Jen. Absolutely. You go be a pumpkin. It's all good. I'm gonna put some white there. A little bit of glow here and a little bit of glow here. We're gonna add the gray. And the yellow. And then black. Yeah, somebody sent their child to school and they shouldn't have. Well, I hope you feel better soon. So I'm just taking the black and I'm just filling it in so that it's looking like black iron. The yellow is, of course, the reflection off of the iron for the fire. And I put the gray under there so that the black doesn't stand out too much. And doesn't blend into the background too much. Now we're going to take that gray again, go under the yellow, then we're going to take the yellow, put that in there a little bit. I think I want a little touch of orange in there as well. Just a little bit. And then we're going to go back into it with our black. Deeper down here in the darker areas. over it with our blender as soon as I can find it. And we're going to blend it in. Just flattening it out so I can see where the colors are going to blend. For some reason, this paper is not liking this Prisma black. It is not blending very nicely on this particular piece of the paper. Alright, I'll blend this one in. I like the Prisma black because it's a really deep black color, but it looks like it's going to give me issues. So I will go I'll go with the Color black, or not the Color, the Obos black instead. It will blend properly. That's better. Good night, Alex. Get some sleep. Feel better soon. Putting down the gray and the yellow. And a little bit of orange. And then the black. Okay, yeah, that's blending a lot better. That's blending much better. And there we have that part. Now underneath the fire is going to have a little bit of yellow reflecting off of those tiles. And the tiles I'm going to do with black, but first we're going to add a little bit of ash and the glow of the fire underneath the logs here. And we're going to start in this back corner with the black. Now, if you have a fireplace, you will notice that if the floor isn't black, it should be, but in older fireplaces that are open like this, 9 times out of 10, they put the floor tiles as a black color or a dark gray so that it would absorb the heat and emit it into the room as it got colder and the fire went out. As it got later and the fire went out. So that in the morning when they got up, they would still have the warmth coming off the fireplace, even though it was just coals, because the tiles would be warm. Okay, I'm going to add a bit of gray to the edges here. Just so that when I put down the black, I can see where the edge is. Like so. And once I switch over, it'll look better, I promise. Alright, gonna add a little bit of gray. Alright, there we go. My goodness, Nightbot is very, very chatty. I don't know if everybody's left me or if I've bored you all to sleep or... This is the boring part, I know. Add a bit of yellow. Get that fire glow in there. Good to see you, Jamie. I'm glad you're here. I think I put everybody else to sleep, dear. Blend it in with a bit of the gray. Well, it's good to see that I haven't bored everybody to sleep. Not that I mind. I don't mind people dozing off. I really don't. I wish I would doze off sometimes. And coloring sometimes does make me want to doze off, so don't blame y'all at all. Alright. And this final couple of pieces here in the back. Like so. And then I'll switch you over to the main camera as I blend this. Alright, now I'm going to blend it all in. I'm going to start with the light areas first and move into the dark area because I don't want that black to overtake. I don't mind it being there, but I don't want it taking over that whole area. I want the black there, but I don't want it to be in your face black, kinda, where the fire is lighting up the tile. Alright, start in the light. And then we'll take a look at it on the main camera. Blend the wood in a little bit. Alright. Now I'm going to switch you over to the main screen. And there we have our fireplace. Well, I don't think it looks like garbage. And I've seen your work, Jamie, and it doesn't look like garbage. Why the sigh, Catherine? I understood, Diane. You didn't need to take it down, honey. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. So there we have our fire in our fireplace. Now I know that it's only quarter after, so let's see, what should we... I'm going to do a couple of the stones here, and I will finish up the stonework. I'll do one of the stones from down here, and then on one of the flagstones or two of the flagstones on the side. And I'll finish up the stonework while we're off screen. And then on Wednesday we have our baking stream, so I might do a video earlier in the day. Oh, I can't. I have a doctor's appointment. We'll color some of this tomorrow and on Thursday as well. So, as well as Friday, because I don't have any goodies that have come in. So, if you want, we can do a special live stream on Friday if I don't have anything else I have to do. I'll leave it up in the air for now. Catherine, you are so. You guys can all outcolor me completely, so I don't know what you're talking about. Awesome. Yeah, I will let you know. I'm so busy right now with Christmas and baking and shopping and all of that fun stuff. I'm not going to go yet. I'm going to do this one of these flagstones down here, and then I'll do one of the stones on one or two of the stones on the fireplace, and then we will call it at night. So I'm going to switch it back over to the close-up camera. We're going to do a couple of these stones here. And I'm going to start with number 142. Malarkey. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Now I'm going to do the ones that are here behind the stocking because I want to show you the shadow from the stocking. And we want a deeper shadow on this side, because we've got some light coming off of the fireplace. This shadow here is going to be deeper. So I'm going to color that in with the dark gray. And then we're going to do the edges where that round area is, because it stands out just a little bit, so it gives it a bit of a shadow there. Now we're going to bring this in because this side here is all shadowed, where this everything from here over to here is going to have a little bit more light than everything down here. So I'm going to take the shadow color here, and I'm going to bring it in. And this color here, I'm going to just keep it to the very, very edge. Like so. We've got the color from the fire on the inside of the flags, of the cobblestones, the pebbles. Now you got to remember this is for a fairy, so these little tiny rocks are actually just little tiny rocks, even though they look like great big huge boulders. So we'll do these three here. And then that will tell you how I'm going to do all the rest of them. Alright, now the next one that I'm going to use is number 158. And again, using that deeper gray on the dark side. Extending that into the stone. Just lifting my hand as I move into the stone here. Keeping that as light as I can. This area here will be darker, and this area here will be darker. We need our dark again for the broom. And then we're going to take this one here, which is number 73. Now, as you can see, I'm doing this fairly loosely. I'm not covering the whole thing, because now I'm going to take this one, I think. No, it's too yellow. I do like these pencils. I will let you know, Diane, any pencil that I show you in my collection, I enjoy. I don't keep pencils in my collection that I'm not going to use, and I don't want to, that I don't enjoy. So there is, of course, different feelings as you color on different paper. For example, this paper I didn't feel the black Prisma was working very well on, but the black from this set works just fine. Now I'm adding a little bit of brown with 198. And then we're going to go back over it with our lightest gray again and blend that brown into it. I honestly have the firm belief that there are not very many really bad pencil sets. It's just finding the paper that that pencil works on, and finding if you have a specific paper that you enjoy using, finding the best pencils to use on that paper. So if you print your own things, of course, it's always best to find the pencil that works best for your paper. And it will make your coloring experiences a whole lot more enjoyable. Add a bit of brown to that. Just gives the stone more of a stone look. Could have used black as well for that. And I think I am going to use a little bit of black on the edges here, just to darken it up a little bit more. Just on the shadowy side over here. Right, okay, so if it with using a coloring book depends upon the paper that's in the book. Karen's paper is Amazon printing paper, but sometimes with different books, and I'm not sure if it's the amount of ink that they use or the type of ink that they use depending upon where you get it printed, or where Amazon is printing it. But sometimes the paper is really good, sometimes the paper really sucks. And you have to find the best pencils for that paper. I actually find that a lot of the lesser expensive pencils that are oil-based work really well in the Amazon printed books. Yep. Yeah, I find that the lesser expensive pencils work better in the coloring books. But like I said, it all depends upon where the book is printed and whether or not the distribution center that ships you your book depends upon what kind of paper they're using. Some of them have a better paper than others. And I don't know if it's a district thing or I don't know why, but some books show up with better paper than other books. Another one that I find works really well, really good in some coloring books with a medium grade paper is the Prisma and the Derwent. They both work really well with the medium grade paper, such as Coloring Heaven and stuff like that. No problem. I've probably given you way more information than you needed, but that's okay. All right, so I've gone over everything in the edges with a bit of black, just to deepen that edge a little bit more and to deepen that shadow some. Like that. Now for our flagstones here, I think I'm going to do them terracotta. So I need the terracotta color that I had. There it is. So we're going to do it somewhat similar to the brickwork in the fireplace, just with a lot more of the red because we're not going to have as much yellow from the glow of the fire down at this area. There's going to be a little bit, but not as much. So I'm just going to put down a very quick base layer of the terracotta. Now, the shadow area is going to be down here at the front. The reflection area, so the area that's going to be bright, is going to be closer to the edge and in the center. Yeah, exactly. And that's what it is it's definitely a learning process. And that's the great thing about coloring that I really enjoy is I'm always learning. I'm always learning new things from other people as well as from trial and error on my own. And if I can learn something and show it to you guys, then all the better. Or if I can completely fail learning something and show it to all you guys, even better. Because if I fail and you guys try it and succeed, you can show me or tell me how I did it wrong. Because there's no right or wrong way. There is, however, the way that will frustrate you until you keep trying and get it right, but until you get the results that you want. That's a better way of putting that. It's getting the results that you want. That can be a bit of a pain in the butt. Alright, so I'm doing the edges of the tile here. Now I'm using a dark brown red. This is a mahogany type of red. And then we're going to go back over it with the terracotta, leaving this area dark because it's the front where there's not any light. Darkening this area in the back. And then we're going to take a little bit of this yellow here, which is a brown yellow, almost a tanny yellow. And we're going to add the color of the flame. Then we're just going to color right over top of it. And then we're going to take our blender. Yeah, yeah. Alright, and then we're going to start back here. I'm going to blend that all in. So I'm using the Caran d'Ache blender, and this is the bright stick, so you can use the entire thing. That's why it's so small, and I'm holding on to it for dear life because I'm not opening another one yet, and they're hard to come by. They do still provide them, however, now it's sold as a bright stick and a blender pencil. The blender pencil and the bright stick have the same material, from what I understand from Caran d'Ache. However, they're of course not as thick or as much material as the bright stick. Alright, so that is how we are going to be doing those as well. Alright, I'm going to switch you over to the main camera here so you can see a little bit better. I will work on the stonework, and I will do a couple of different things tomorrow. just to show you how to do them. And maybe on Friday we'll do a live stream and finish it up. All right. So I hope that was helpful. And of course, like I said, I will be live doing a baking stream on Wednesday. So we will not be coloring on Wednesday. However, I will do another live stream depending upon how much work I have to do around the house for Christmas. I may do another live stream for you on Friday to finish it up. I am going to be baking Nanaimo bars. So Nanaimo bars are a 3-layer bar. So there's a cookie layer, an icing layer, and then a layer of chocolate. So that is what I will be baking. All right, guys, with that, I would like to say thank you all very much for watching. I hope that it has been educational and entertaining. Of course, I will let you know on I'll let you know on Thursday on the community tab. I will post whether or not I will be streaming on Friday. Depends upon how much I get done the rest of the week. But yeah, I can't see any problem with it. So with that, I would like to say always remember to like, comment, and subscribe to any YouTube artist that you enjoy. And always, always remember to relax, color, and stay safe, everyone. Until next time, bye-bye for now.